Namaskar everyone, welcome back to another video of I Love History 456. My real name is Shranj Tiwari, and today we're going to be talking about the first Prime Minister of the Republic of India, known by many names. Some people love him, some people just hate him, but we're going to be talking about Jawaharlal Nehru. So without further ado, let's start the video. Okay, quick disclaimer before we start talking about Nehru, that in this video, I'm not going to be biased towards one side only. I'm going to be looking at raw facts, and I'm going to talk about them. I'm here to analyze about Nehru, not to promote any agenda or propaganda of either side. It's just my honest opinions, honest, non-biased, neutral opinions and research and analyzation of Mr. Nehru. So that was the disclaimer. So now let's start the actual video.
The dark or controversial side of Jawaharlal Nehru.
Thank you, Mr. Trump. That was AI, by the way, to you guys if you were curious. Okay, now let's actually start the video. So first we have the bad or the side of Nehru where he did mistakes. So I'm gonna try to keep it chronologically. Forgive me if I can't though. So first, we're gonna be talking about the Kashmir War of 1947 to 1950, I believe. So as you all know, just after independence, India was divided into 560 plus princely states, and India and Pakistan. So the princely states were given three options by the British, that you can either remain an independent country of your own, or the second option, you can join Pakistan, and the third option, you can join India. So Kashmir, the king of Kashmir wanted to join India, and he sent a letter, signed the letter of accession to India. Most people don't know this. Yeah, I'm going to be telling a lot of things which people usually don't know. So the king of Kashmir, I think his name was Hari Singh. So he sent the letter of accession to join India 3 times, but Nehru rejected them. Reason, I don't know what reason it was. Maybe it could be to keep Kashmir as a buffer state, I don't know. But he rejected it 3 times, and then when Pakistan invaded Kashmir and they almost reached the capital, Hari Singh again gave a letter to accession, and this time I believe Lord Mountbatten signed it, and then India and Pakistan went to war over Kashmir, and the Indian army pushed back the Pakistani army. The Pakistani army was, by the way, really brutal and cruel on the Kashmiris. So India pushed the Pakistani back, but then Mr. Nehru made the blunder of taking this matter between only India and Pakistan, which most of the world wasn't even looking at the time, as USA and Russia both were about to start the Cold War as World War II had ended. So there were tensions there. But Mr. Nehru went to the UN and told about this, and USA and the other countries made a ceasefire over there of India and Pakistan, and the LOC, line of control, was formed, which is till this day. Many critics and historians, after analyzing this, say that India could have easily took all of Kashmir back. And well, Kashmir was rightfully India's, as the king did send a letter of accession to join India. So that could have easily been done, but Nehru made the mistake of doing that. There was also... Okay, now let's go on to the second one. There was also a province in... when at the time of independence, in modern day Pakistan, there were many Baloch states in the Balochistan regions. So there were princely states. So out of them, there was namely one, I think the name of that is Kalat. Wait, let me check it again. Wait a second. Yeah, its name is Kalat. So the Baloch princely state of Kalat wanted to join India, but Nehruji refused Kalat to join India as he thought it could spark tensions against Pakistan. So, but as Jinnah got to know about this, that Kalat wanted to join India, the Jinnah literally invaded Kalat and took over it. And later, in like 1950, most people don't know this, but like Gwadar port of Pakistan right now, it's a pretty huge port and important strategic port of Pakistan right now. But at the time of independence, since a long time, that port was under the Sultanate of Muscat and Oman. I'm just gonna call it Oman. So it was under Oman. And in 1950, Oman and India have always been like great friends, even during the British era. But even in Oman has and still is a great friend of independent India. So at that time, Oman offered in India that it would give India the Gwadar port. But Nehruji refused, as he thought it would. I think he would have thought in that India couldn't actually control it, and it could rise tensions against India and Pakistan. But that is pretty illogical because, as you know, there was East Pakistan, which is now modern day Bangladesh. So if there can be like two Pakistans, and like the West Pakistan can control the East Pakistan, which is so far away, literally all of India comes in between, as you know. So why can't India control the Gwadar port? That's so small and easier to like control against Pakistan. So that was also another mistake of Mr. Nehru. And oh yeah, there's also the Nepal one. So in like around 1951, like this is debatable, but most historians say that Nepal's leader at that time wanted to join India. He told Nehru about this, but Nehru rejected this, saying that Nepal is an independent nation and it should be an independent nation. So this Nehruji probably did this because at that time he was like trying to make India and China best friends or best allies, because there are no real friends or enemies in geopolitics. It's only strategic interests. But at that time, Nehru wanted India and China to be great friends, so he probably thought that Nepal should be a buffer state between them, even though China took the real buffer state, Tibet. So that was another blunder by Nehru. And later on, Nehru also ignored all of China's military buildup near the Indian borders. I believe China constructed a road which helped a lot in the war in Aksai Chin, which was Indian territory at that time. It still officially is Indian territory, but it's Chinese occupied right now. So that was done as well, and Nehruji didn't build up anything over there, so that was a strategic blunder. And also, the USA and USSR informally asked India to become a UN Security Council member. That means to have veto power, those countries. But Nehruji rejected and emphasized on China to become a veto power. So that was also pretty bad. That was a pretty bad mistake as well. Because veto power, that is a great power that any country can get. And also, India lost the 1962 war after getting betrayed by China. So yeah, that's pretty much it on the bad side. There are a lot more things, but I'm going to keep this video brief. It's already 8 minutes, 9 minutes long. Okay, so now let's move on to the good side of Mr. Nehru.
The strong or positive side of Jawaharlal Nehru.
Okay, now let's talk about the great and good things with what Nehruji did now. So, first of all, we have the scientific support which Nehru gave to India. So let me give you like a background on what India was like during independence. Before independence, no, before the British conquered India, India had 25% of the global GDP. It was 40% during the Guptas, but it was 25% before the British completely occupied India. And after the British left, India had like, I think around 1 or 2, 3% of the world's GDP, which is really less compared that India was the second largest country in terms of population after China. And India was like broken after partition. The country was in really bad conditions. People were starving for food, basic things. They just lost their homes. They had to migrate from like the lands which were given to Pakistan to India, the people who wanted to join. And a lot of people died. Like, it was just terrible. But when India was in such a worse condition, Nehruji managed to keep India united, and not only that, he also improved the education system of India significantly. He supported and helped in establishing a lot of like educational colleges and all those other things like IITs, AIMS, we have Indian Institute of Science, I think it's called IISC. And he also industrialized and improved India a lot by creating a lot of steel plants. I believe he helped a lot in the steel plants like Bhilai, Durgapur, Rourkela, etc., etc. And he also significantly helped India in making ISRO. He was a great friend of Mr. Homi Bhabha and Vikram Sarabhai. So India's nuclear weapons, you could say that Nehruji had a great hand in making all of these weapons. And you gotta understand, when a nation is that poor, it was literally so poor at that time, and still Nehruji had such a great vision and made all of this possible. Like introducing, I already told you, ISRO and nuclear program, all the industrializing steel plants, AIMS, IITs, IISCs, etc., etc. These all became the backbone of India's economy and India's education system. And nuclear power, that's like the greatest power which any country can have. Any other country before attacking you will think twice. That's great as well. So as you see, Nehruji did a lot of great things for India as well. So now it is time for the conclusion of the video. So was Nehru good or bad? So see, Nehruji was not completely good or completely bad. No historical figure, no person can be perfect or fully ill-perfect. So Nehruji made a lot of blunders and mistakes, but he also did a lot for the development of India, for its economy, education. But all those blunders, that was just bad as well. It was completely bad and illogical from how we think today. They all were illogical. So, in conclusion, Nehru. Okay, so I have I'm going to tell you one of my opinions here. Okay, as you know, our first Home Minister was Mr. Sardar Patel, and our first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru. So I personally believe, after my analysis, that Nehruji would have been a great Home Minister, and Patel would have been a great Prime Minister of India. This is my opinion. Seeing and reading all of their history and personalities and like both of them are I in my opinion would have been better off with the exchange of each other's roles.
I tried my best, though made mistakes as well. We must strive for peace and unity.
So guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you liked this video. I hope you learned something new. And you guys also comment down below of your opinion. Then was Nehru good or bad, or do you agree with me? If you disagree, you can comment down below. So guys, that was it for today. I hope you liked this video, learned something new. So thanks for watching. Om Shanti.